Oh, gee, thanks. You're welcome.
Till death do you part, Henry.
DA's office.
That's Boyosi. You're a Robert Guy.
Bob,
I'm assigned to this case.
we have a body. We don't have a case.
I like to get involved early.
You want to be here? It's not a bad idea. Let folks know who you are. Let me tell you something.
Vince.
Right, Vince, just for the record, I don't need an assistant DA sitting in on an investigation, so just keep your eyes open and you might learn something.
What do you got?
Someone torched the place after drilling our friend here. Ain't pretty. You ever seen a stiff before?
Yeah. Two in the head, how many in the chest?
3.
Thorough. Where's the wife?
We're working on that.
You're up early. Something the matter, babe?
No, of course not.
Is Henry expecting you home soon?
Not really.
Honey, you mind telling me what's up?
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't get it. Just look at you. I didn't even know it was you when you knocked on the door.
Cut it out, Gloria.
Cut it out, nothing. You lost all that weight. You did something with your hair. So what happened? After your divorce, you met someone, right?
I just lost some weight, that's all.
Had to be someone you were doing this for. Girl doesn't change that much.
Oh, yeah, I did meet someone.
Never mind someone. Who? What?
He's wonderful. I mean, the way he looked at me was like nobody ever did. It's like a whole new world. I mean, I was always the fat girl in the corner, you know. I always thought I had to go out with anyone who asked. If anyone asked, and they never did.
So what happened? He was married, right? Creep wouldn't leave his wife. You go back to Henry? Jeez, honey, I don't know. Going back to him's not the answer.
Maybe it is.
Get real, sweetie. He's never gonna be anything but a stock clerk.
No, he's not, is he? Hello.
Sandra. Yeah, she's right here. It's your mother.
Hi, Mom. What's up? What? Oh, my God. I don't know. As soon as I can.
What?
Our house burned.
What?
Henry's dead.
Stockton? I'm Sergeant Guy. I appreciate you coming in. I know how hard this must be for you. The thing is, man, that fire was set. Whoever shot your husband was trying to cover it up.
But no one would shoot Henry.
Well, maybe someone at work. Someone who was giving him a hard time.
Henry didn't make enemies. He wasn't that kind of person.
Well, somebody shot him, ma'am.
Anything you can think of, ma'am. Anyone he might have had a quarrel with.
You don't understand. Henry didn't argue with anyone, ever. He was a very unassertive man. In fact, that's why we got divorced.
You were divorced?
Yes, we were. I kept trying to get him to do something with himself. I yelled at him a lot, just to see if I could build a fire under him. He never argued back. Not to me, not to anyone.
But you were living with Henry Stockton, that is correct.
Yes, we remarried. Just last month. I wanted to try again. I guess I just couldn't live without him.
Well, you've been very helpful, ma'am.
Thank you.
There is just one other thing. We picked up fingerprints at your house, and we are going to need a set of your prints for comparison.
My fingerprints?
Yes, ma'am. If you just give me your left hand here, this will only take a second.
Does this mean I'm being arrested?
No, ma'am. Like I told you, this is just for comparison to the prints that we found in your house. Whoa.
Getting there. What are you doing?
Nothing. I was just going to take a bath. You can join me if you like. Well, I'm going to take a bath.
What's the matter, Kat?
I don't know, Alan. Don't you love me anymore?
Of course I do.
You never want me.
It's not true. There's no one like you, Kat. Maybe I don't tell you enough. Come on, look at yourself. Look in the mirror. Look at your legs. Your hips. Your breasts. Don't you have any idea how beautiful you are? You know, it makes makes me feel when I go anywhere with you. What were you looking for?
I wasn't...
You weren't what? You were in my drawer. What did you think you were going to find? Huh? This? You wanted my gun?
Alan, I didn't.
Oh, of course not. What would you want with my gun? Oh, I'll bet this is it. Am I right? You've been checking the phone bill. You wanted to know who I've been calling.
Alan, I thought...
And you didn't think. You didn't think at all. Now, don't worry about who I'm calling. Okay, Ken? Okay? Go ahead and start the bath. I'll be right in. Plus, you don't want to anymore.
Of course.
That's an answer? What kind of answer is that?
All I'm telling you is what we know, which is nothing. This is a nothing little guy. He didn't have an enemy in the world.
Oh, so he shot himself twice in the head, put 3 in his chest to make sure. What about a weapon?
We don't have a weapon. It wasn't found.
But you know what it is, right? It's a .22, right? Now take a look at this. All this junk, it's found in the house. There, it's a receipt for a .22 in the wife's name.
I'll check it out.
You don't think so?
The woman was 140 miles away all weekend. Her alibi checks top to bottom. Look, let me give you a little advice, huh? Patience. Don't try and set the world on fire. That is not how this works.
Oh, really? You want to tell me how it works?
Yeah. You play the hand that you were dealt. These things, they work out.
No. You make them work. You make them work.
Do you smoke?
No.
Come on.
It's not that I don't love him. I do. But he makes things so tense. He seems ready to explode all the time, and I get scared, and then I do all the wrong things, and he gets...
Violent?
Not really. He's never done anything.
What about infidelities?
He makes phone calls when he thinks I can't hear. I called the number. It's a woman.
Well, that's something we could look into.
I don't want to drag him through...
Listen, a divorce is like a marriage. It sets the terms between two people. If one side holds back, it's unbalanced. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes?
Mrs. Brown is here.
I don't think I can go through with that.
Well, think it over. If you decide what you're going to do, give us a call. Okay, you can send her in now.
Ring any bells?
Yeah, short barrel revolver, very popular with the ladies. Nice piece.
Do you remember the particular lady?
Also a nice piece. Blonde, built. Why would she do? Off her old man with it?
What makes you say that?
Well, I've done the same myself. I mean, the guy was like a total pain, you know? World's greatest gun expert.
20s? Kind of heavy set, thinning hair?
Nah, this guy was built like he worked out. Dark hair, everything perfect. Eyes like I didn't even know you were there.
Did you get his name?
Never said it.
But you'd recognize him.
I like to stay out of these things, you know.
Wouldn't we all?
I'll be okay. Just, it happened so fast. He came right at me.
Did you see the driver?
No, I didn't see anything. Just this car right on top of me.
Doctor says you broke some ribs.
They thought it was a lot worse. Felt like everything broke.
You're a tough one, Kat. I'll have you up and around in no time. Are you sure you didn't get a look at the driver? Because I still have friends on the force. If they ever catch that son of a bitch, I want 5 minutes in a room with him.
Let's see if I've got this. Kills a man with a knife, 20 people there, and you only have one witness?
Yes, sir.
Offer him manslaughter, see if he takes it. Now, turning to our undefeated champion. You're carrying quite a caseload, Mr. Bugliosi. Would you fill us in?
Anderson arrested. The defense starts tomorrow.
And your summation's already written, right? I hope you all take notice of this. Mr. Bugliosi writes his summations before he even selects his jury.
Sanchez is in pretrial motions, and Stockton, the wife, looks like a suspect.
Based on what? The gun receipt? The fact that her husband was insured?
That and her demeanor, sir.
You don't really have this gun, just the fact that she owned one. Then you don't really know it's the murder weapon. Let's look at the insurance. 2 policies, right?
$15,000 from his job and $75,000 she took out after they were married.
Expensive premiums.
Not if you die a month after the wedding.
It's still not a case, Mr. Bugliosi. It's barely even the start of a case.
5 bullets in Henry Stockton, sir. That was the start of the case.
Good night. Good night, Tessa. Give it a rest, Michael. You're working too hard.
Hi, Alan. I was just finishing these expense sheets.
That's what they invented tomorrow for. Come on. I'll buy you a drink. I want to show you something.
Me?
No, your desk lamp. Yes, of course you knucklehead. It's a business proposition. I want your opinion. I mean it.
Okay.
Stay by the door. Don't move. Try and look tough. Will!
How you doing, Alan?
You tell me, Will. Thought it over?
I'm not sure there was anything to think over. You were going to come back with another offer.
I'm sorry. I guess there's been some little mistake made here, Will. A little misunderstanding. As I remember it, I already made you an offer. A very sincere offer.
I mean 10 grand. I mean, is that the best you can do?
Hey. That's the best you're gonna get. Well, you're not doing any business here. And let's face it, I don't see it getting any better in the near future, you know what I mean?
So it's a bit slow.
Yeah, it's a little slow. And it could get slower. You hear what I'm saying? Now look, Will, maybe you don't care, but I'm giving you a chance to get out of this thing with something to show for it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
All right, good. Now look, just go ahead and get the papers I gave you. We'll sign them, and hey, it's a done deal.
Yeah, okay.
What's that all about?
The guy got it in his head I'm with the mob. 10 grand, this place is mine.
That is amazing. You know that? But 10,000, where are you gonna get that kind of money?
Maybe I am with the mob. Just kidding. No, I did a job for somebody. I should be getting some hard cash pretty soon. So what do you think, huh? I mean, I know the whole thing's got to change, but I'm thinking indirect lighting, new booths, and maybe go with kind of like a, I don't know, like a royal motif, you know? Like the royal flush, King's Castle, something like that. What do you think? Here we are. Home sweet home. Would you like something to eat? Huh?
No.
Or how about something to drink? A ginger ale. You want a ginger ale?
I'm all right, Alan, thanks.
How about that book I gave you in the hospital? Would you like something to read?
No, maybe you could bring my pad and I could do some sketches.
Okay. There you go. There you are. Go ahead. Listen, I have to go out for a little while. I'll be back as soon as I can. You'll be fine. We're going to have 2 very attractive young ladies behind the bar. A jukebox with the best tunes in the world right over there. Beautiful, beautiful booze right along that wall. You know what I'm going to call it?
What?
Huh?
What?
The Grand Duke.
Oh, it's perfect. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful, Alan. It's just, I love it. It's everything you ever wanted, isn't it?
Well, it's getting there.
No, this is it. It's perfect. You can get married now and...
Hey. You're my tiger, aren't you? Let's not settle down yet. We got things to do, kid. I mean, this place is just the start. Besides, I still got a wife. Too soon to be talking about getting married, I think.
Yeah, but she'll divorce you. I know she will.
You divorced Henry. That didn't get you anything, did it? Come on, Tiger, come on. Come on, listen. There's more than one way to end a marriage. Okay? Just let me make the plans, all right? Just let me make the plans. Huh? Just let me. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't start painting until these things are covered. This is brand new Naugahyde. I just bought this stuff. Cover the booths and then start. you doing?
I tried to leave you a note, Alan. I didn't know what to say.
So you leave like that? You run away to your mother? I'm your husband. You can't just run away from me like that.
It's not working, Alan. Can't you see that? Ever since I came back from the hospital...
Don't tell me what's not working! I'll tell you when it's over, okay? I'll tell you when it's over, okay?
Alan,
okay?
I can't live like this.
What's this? Huh? What's this?
My drawings. I thought I'd show someone them and try and get a job.
What, with this garbage? This is nothing. Look at this.
Alan, stop it!
This is nothing.
What do you want from me? I can't live with a man who scares me. I just can't.
Fine. You don't want to live with me? You don't have to.
Alan, if we could just...
Hey, you made your decision. You don't want to live with me? Fine. Fine. Then go. Go ahead. Go. Want to end the marriage? End the marriage? You want to walk out on me? You want to walk out on me? You want to walk out on me?
Look, I'm trying not to make waves here, Mr. Bugliosi, but my client's been through hell. You know that. She's lost her husband, her home. I'm trying to think of her well-being.
Of course.
So let me get to the point. The police have come around again. They want to talk with her. They've already talked with her twice. It's getting on her nerves. So I figured I'd come down here and talk with you and find out what this is all about.
It's about her husband's murder.
Well, she doesn't know anything about that. And yet they keep coming around. I don't have to tell you, sensitivity, it's not this strong suit. I figured if you could put in a word...
Well, if she doesn't want to answer their questions, she doesn't have to. But I think she ought to answer mine. You do want to find your husband's killer, don't you? One of the things we're trying to clear up, Mrs. Stockton, is about a .22 caliber gun. A pistol. You own a .22, don't you?
Hey, wait a minute here. You can ask her about her husband's friends, that's one thing. You're asking her about a gun?
A .22.
Let's get one thing straight right here and now. Is my client a suspect or not?
If your client were a suspect, Mr. Kerwin, she would have been informed of her rights.
Well, then let's get off this gun stuff, huh?
If the gun was in the house, the killer might have used it.
Do you own a .22?
No.
Here's a receipt for a .22, Mrs. Stockton. It's in your name.
I went with a guy when I was divorced. And he liked to go target shooting, so he bought me that gun.
Where's this gun now?
We broke up. I gave it back to him.
I would really like to talk to him.
Well, his name is Dick Scott. He lives in the valley. I'm not sure where.
Do you have a phone number?
No.
He gave you a gun, but you don't have his phone number.
She got married. She didn't keep the phone numbers of the men she dated.
Right. Well, that was my major concern. You've answered my question. Mrs. Stockton, for somebody who carries so much life insurance...
Would you let him speak to you like that?
Just routine questions.
Oh, you got her all shook up.
Get a hold of the insurance company. Tell them I want a 24-hour notice before they pay off. Go down to the auto club where she works. Talk to anybody there who knows her. Only don't talk to her, because the next time you do, you're going to have to read her rights.
Look, I know you don't want to make trouble, man, but the man beat you. I want you to sign this form and make sure we keep him away from you. Next time you might not be so lucky. I'm sorry, no one's allowed.
I just want to talk to my wife.
Come on, pal.
Just talk to her, just to explain.
It's okay, let him in.
You sure?
He'll be right outside the door.
Yeah.
He wants you to press charges, doesn't he?
I didn't sign anything, Ellen.
Maybe you ought to.
I don't want to make any trouble for you. He said it.
See what I mean? You're so good. And forgiving.
I don't forgive you. I thought you were going to kill me.
Kill you? I love you, Kat.
Don't, Ellen.
I panicked, that's all. I got scared. I thought I was going to lose you, and I lost control. I'm no good, Kat. I can't control myself. You deserve better than that. If we got a divorce, at least you'd be safe.
Is this a trick, Ellen? You want to marry that other woman, don't you?
No, I just couldn't bear the thought of doing this to you again. That's all. I know you hate me, Kat, and I deserve it. I couldn't stand losing you. Now I have. You won't need this anymore.
I don't know why Alan sends me these. He's supposed to handle them. These forms are supposed to be processed in your department.
I don't think so. Let's take a look.
The district attorney had me in. He was asking for the gun.
You told them you gave it back to Dick Scott, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Well, what's Mr. Scott going to tell them? He doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know, but they're driving me crazy. I just wish they'd go away.
Well, then we'll go away. We'll fly up to Vegas or something.
That's not gonna make them stop, Alan.
Look, did you kill him?
No, of course not. You know that.
Well, then there's nothing to worry about, is there?
Oh, my God. That's one of them.
There's nothing to worry about. Just stay calm.
It's going to have to be processed this way because it was the father's car but the son was driving. If you don't reference back to that, it's not going to track.
All
Okay?
right.
Mrs. Stockton? Mr. Scott?
I'm sorry?
Mr. Scott?
No, my name's Alan Palico.
Oh, my fault. I thought you were someone else.
Is there something you want to talk to me about, officer?
Not at the moment, no.
Try it that way. It'll try.
Thank you.
So you're a cop. Anything I can do to help you?
Maybe. We're looking for a man Mrs. Stockton dated last year, named Dick Scott.
You know what I used to do? Check motor vehicle registrations, phone records, social security numbers.
You used to do that, huh?
Yeah. I was a cop, too. Right here in L.A. What are you working?
Homicide. You wouldn't know anyone else that Mrs. Stockton was dating while she was divorced, would you?
Sure. Me.
And?
Ah, well, you know how it goes. It just didn't work out. But she is kind of pretty, don't you think?
Have a nice day.
We're looking for a guy, a boyfriend, capable of murder. And here's his character, right
in front of us. He's an ex-cop. He's kicked off the force for arranging an abortion. Plus, he put his wife in the hospital. My detective does not put these two facts together.
It's not all tidy like law school. It's the real world, Vince.
No. In the real world, you kill somebody, you go to prison. Now, you're a sensible person, right?
Hate this part.
Follow me a minute.
Yeah, okay.
How long does it take to get tired enough of your husband to want to kill him?
I'd say you've got a month and a half.
Sandra Stockton. She divorces her husband. She remarries him. 1 week later, she takes out 75 grand worth of life insurance on him. 5 weeks later, somebody puts 5 bullets in him.
Bullet for every week. I think that's kind of sweet.
This is a very sweet lady. My guess is she married him to kill him.
Don't you listen to any of this.
Okay. We gotta go check out their little trip to Vegas. You wanna come?
We're going to Las Vegas?
Call the sitter.
I haven't done this since high school.
I didn't know you in high school.
See what you missed?
Come in the back.
Sorry.
What?
I keep expecting my father to start blinking the porch light.
Who are you doing all this heavy parking with?
Mm-mm.
You brought it up.
You're the one who invited me to sit in a car. It brings back memories.
What, would you have rather dragged out to the airport to meet him?
I wouldn't have minded a quick trip to Las Vegas.
I can't ring the doorbell at this hour and get his wife home.
How come his wife gets to sleep?
He's coming back with evidence. Don't you want to find out what he found out?
Why do I think you would have told me?
I didn't want to be out here by myself.
You were such a baby.
Come in the back. That's him. Yeah?
What are you doing here?
What happened?
I got a pit boss who saw him, a room clerk, a couple of waitresses, and the maitre d'. You have positive ID on the widow and Polico.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh, sorry. My wife, Gail. Bob Guy. I need you to get arrest warrants for both of them. I'm going to get search warrants for his place and her place. We're looking for the .22, ammunition, phone records, banking records.
Nice meeting you.
Like a couple of wallet size for my mom and dad.
I need to speak with you.
Take a look at this. 3 deposits to his account that match withdrawals from hers.
Which proves?
They're payoffs for killing her husband. The minute she collects on the first policy, she gives him half.
She can give her money to any gigolo she damn well pleases. It's not a crime.
It's evidence of a crime. They went to Vegas together. They traveled under assumed names. That shows consciousness of guilt. He told us he dated her when she was divorced. Phone records. Constant contact. Before she was remarried to Stockton, while they were married, up to and after the time he was killed.
So she's promiscuous. It is still not murder. For that, you need evidence.
I've got evidence.
Circumstantial, all of it. It's nothing.
I can win this on circumstantial evidence. You know I can.
That perfect record of yours has gone to your head, Mr. Bugliosi. You think you can do your magic in front of a jury, send anyone you want to prison? That is not how it works. Not if you're working for me. Now, you play by the same rules as everybody else. That means you get me the gun. You get me as Prince inside the house. You get me even one witness. Until then, we don't prosecute.
We're talking about cold-blooded, premeditated murder for profit.
Cut them loose.
They killed her husband. They're having a party with the money.
I said cut them loose!
You mean that's it? I can go?
I'll have the officer drive you home.
Sure hope she doesn't sue you guys.
Why don't you let us worry about that?
I could put in a good word with her for you. But hey, listen, as far as I'm concerned, no hard feelings. I know you guys are just doing your job. Just not doing it very well, that's all. Hey, Vince. Have you got a minute?
Be someone you were doing this for. Girl doesn't change that much.
Oh, yeah, I did meet someone.
Never mind someone. Who? What?
He's wonderful. I mean, the way he looked at me was like nobody ever did. It's like a whole new world. I mean, I was always the fat girl in the corner, you know. I always thought I had to go out with anyone who asked. If anyone asked, and they never did.
So what happened? He was married, right? Creep wouldn't leave his wife. You go back to Henry. Jeez, honey, I don't know. Going back to him's not the answer.
Maybe it is.
Get real, sweetie. He's never gonna be anything but a stock clerk.
No, he's not, is he? Sandra. Yeah, she's right here. It's your mother. Hi, Mom, what's up?
The chest. 3. Thorough. Where's the wife?
We're working on that.
You're up early. Something the matter, babe?
No, of course not.
Is Henry expecting you home soon?
Not really.
Honey, you mind telling me what's up?
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't get it. Just look at you. I didn't even know it was you when you knocked on the door.
Cut it out, Gloria.
Cut it out, nothing. You lost all that weight. You did something with your hair. So what happened? After your divorce, you met someone, right?
I just lost some weight, that's all.
Had to...
DA's office.
Vince Bugliosi. You're a Robert Guy.
Bob.
I'm assigned to this case.
We have a body. We don't have a case.
I like to get involved early.
You want to be here? It's not a bad idea. Let folks know who you are. Let me tell you something.
Vince.
Right, Vince. Just for the record, I don't need an assistant DA sitting in on an investigation, so just keep your eyes open and you might learn something.
What do you got?
Someone torched the place. After drilling our friend here. Ain't pretty. You ever seen a stiff before?
Yeah.
Two in the head, how many in the...
Oh, gee, thanks. You're welcome.
Till death do you part, Henry.